yet another time where we take you through some of the stories that are appearing in our newspapers. And today you're with me, Tandu and Sumara, and of course I'm not alone, I'm here with my colleague.
Jacqueline Saidi.
Good morning, Jacqueline, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm fine, I could feel your eyes on me, and I was like, are you glaring at me or are you staring at me? Because for a moment I was like, whoa, chill.
I'm sorry.
It's a Friday, what is it?
I've already chilled.
Are you? I mean, Fridays are supposed to be chill. We're supposed to be up in our moods and stuff.
I am at my mood, but you know how it is.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be taking you through the nation.
And I will be taking you through the details.
On the front page of the nation, it's showtime at MCP Indaba. Just over positions at its fiercest in modern era. The Marawi Congress Party MCP convention that for 2 AG days seemed destined for ruin amid legal battles began in a grammar style yesterday in Nairobi. Delegates, mostly clad in red, the party's flag, most prominent color, swarmed around Bingu International Convention Center with anticipation. It is understandable. Yes, it is. There are, by any stretch of imagination, new grounds for MCP, and the just of oppositions is the fiercest in the party in modern times.
I mean, I feel like since yesterday, or maybe let's say from the past 2 days, it was kind of after the whole legal battles. Even to today, actually. Even the president himself is still there as we're speaking.
Yes.
And I was like, how did he not even staying up all night?
From morning.
We gotta learn a thing or two. He needs to tell us how he does it.
Yeah, but then also I think a big up to the security services in Malawi. A police have been there from morning mpaka usiku mpaka kubijirira up until Panoba. I think we should say thank you for your service. I think this one, yes. Because without security, so much could go wrong. I am telling you. So much could go wrong. Yes. Everyone is up in their feelings. Yeah, of course. I think that's a very same story by front page of the Daily Times. I will try to look for another one. A headline here reads, protests will not stop. That is according to Kalindo. That's on the second page of the Daily Times. Part of the story reads that human rights activist come comedian Bon Kalindo has vowed to continue conducting demonstrations under the banner Malawi First, saying they want things to change for the better. Yesterday, members of the group staged demonstrations in Luntha against what they call police brutality and alleged mismanagement of the citizens' registration exercise by the National Registration Bureau, NRB. Now, Malawi First People First, meaning that's what they call the grouping. They had announced, and that was I think on the 30th, if not 31st of July, Kuti Akanima demonstrations by 8 August. Now, Zana, that was on Wednesday, they held a meeting because the demonstrations, it was not just about NRB, and also it had to do with MRA. Now on Wednesday, these at Sogolida, Malawi First, they met in the MRA, and issues they had with MRA, and they decided to say, okay, fine, my demonstrations are going to go on, but no longer MRA. So yesterday, in Kenya police brutality, Kenya NRB, some registration exercise, I noticed is going to be Komasong Kaniza politics, our policy on Kenya Budizongo Manga Maga. That is one of the issues many are going to this is going to be. And what they are saying about until the things changing. So they are continuing with the demonstrations even up until today?
No, the demonstrations were set just for yesterday. Okay. I think the point is
just to protest on the
yes,
issues.
And the story they have given President Lazarus Chakwera a 20-day ultimatum to address the issues they have raised, which means 20 days and the president does not attend to the petition by the end of the 20 days. they say they will arrange more demonstrations.
I think what we can say is, Mr. President, you have Zoji Dandiku, Zojuruga.
And yesterday being the 8th, which means Ndewuji, he has until the 28th.
Yes. So, ngakale tikuti tikulemegezeni kuti makona kumene
He didn't even sleep.
yes umwachezera kuma ukulima issues oti mwapeza ndithu nde I think zochita
more power, with more power comes more responsibility.
Of course. Anyways, I think a story that is actually related to the very first story that we read, Chakwera has been endorsed as voting stretched. This is coming on the third page of the Nation. The Malawi Congress Party convention yesterday retained unopposed President Lazarus Chakwera as its leader for the next 5 years. The endorsement in Lilongwe on the first day of the Indaba effectively made him torchbearer in next year's general elections.
I mean, it was kind of obvious,
even before.
Yeah, and even it's not just him. Even the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Madam Itogazubo, he has went unopposed as recruitment director. He's a director of recruitment.
Yes.
He's also one of the people who has went unopposed. There was no one else he was competing with on that position. So those, by now, I mean, there are more positions that we have. Voting earlier this morning, we wanted to chifukwa panali ballot boxes ambiri ama positions osiyana so modzi amene udalesa kaika and we're talking over 1,000 delegates amene voting, which is why it took the whole night. And the convention is still on till tomorrow, Saturday, the 10th. So we still have time, and also there's still going to be, maybe there might be mwinalengeza salero or perhaps mala.
Pamene boso tingopepesa kwanza 22 amene awiniko chifukwa malo ngati amenewo kudzadzana anthu opitirira 1,000 si chinthu chamasewera iyayi. Indi nkukati dzulo kuswera usiku lero mammawa tingopempha kuti kukhale madongosolo oti mwina nkhani yamasambidwe ndikasambidwe Anyways, I think
and food too, because
yes, and food too.
Important. But I see that there was food though.
Yes, but on the food part, I think they cannot compromise on that one.
Of course.
But then because anthu ena adu nkhani yakasamalidwe kathupi samaitingira penepene kwa serious. So
and zikashika macho chemama ngoti la paramphawi iranga ili ujusamba lero.
Ujusamba.
All right, moving on to business news. A headline here is Good Tidings on MSE. Part of the story reads that some 13 of the 16 Malawi Stock Exchange MSE listed companies have declared dividends and registered dividends growth in 2023, Time Business understands. For example, Press Corporation declared a final dividend of 4.45 billion Malawi kwacha, representing 37 kwacha per share for the year ended 31 December 2023, illuminating a 20% jump when compared to per share reported in 2022. Okay, 27% jump is good.
It is good
in this economy.
Yes, but for me, I still really find it so hard to understand these issues. I don't know, but I think I really need to find someone that can actually explain some of this. I think kuzolowera kayuleta ukangure basi kumakaure asana. Anyways, moving on, Malawi faces 6.2 trillion kwacha development financing gap. I think it's been so long I've been here on air to do this, and now I'm finding it so hard.
I'm just assuming that's development.
It is development.
It should be development.
Yes. So part of the story, the African Development Bank says given the current inflows of financing, Malawi faces a gap of about 3.59 billion US dollars, which is about 6.2 trillion kwacha annually. This would enable the country to fast-track structural transformation for the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which envisions a secure world free of poverty and hunger, and the African Union's Agenda 2063 Blueprint and Master Plan for Sustainable Development and Economic Growth of the continent.
I think on this one, what I can say is Nkania, a world free of poverty and hunger. It brings me back to the era of Bingo Mutharika. God rest his soul. He was very keen at that because for him he had this saying kuti simungachepetse umphawi zinthu zoti simunganene kuti mukuchepetsa zikuyenera kuti zithetsedwe. So with something like this, it has just brought in the memory of the late Bingu wa Mutharika.
No, it's true. And I think my understanding of it in Canada is 6.2 trillion. Perhaps we might actually achieve that.
Of course.
For me, my understanding of it it's not really that we don't have the money.
We do.
Sometimes prioritizing.
Yes. And
sometimes
most of the times we end up
looking at. Okay.
We end up kuitenga ndamamene and then diverting it kumalo amene sakuyenera kuti suzukuyenera kuti zikatithandize ngati dziko kusuntha from one place to the other indi nchakani chake.
And you know, sometimes it's like we don't even realize it, but when you deal with hunger, you're dealing with a lot of things.
Yes.
If and how good because if people are hungry, we talk of malnutrition and how there's already and there are a lot of them. I mean, because which means when you deal with hunger, when you prioritize the fact that let's end hunger, let's say by 2030, we're going to deal with a lot of things, which means it would even mean that I'm not and Hamina Makara, which would be that. So, sinjiro daily mtupime kuti mtwache mdai ona body to the last time it is also but we really need to prioritize things like this. I think
really do.
Do you have any more business news?
Well, I think I'll just take one. Construction industry tipped on importing substitution. Stakeholders in the construction sector have been challenged to develop a roadmap on local production of materials that would substitute importation of construction products. Minister of Transport and Public Infrastructure, Jacob Hara, made the call at the opening of the National Construction Industry Council NCIC Annual International Conference in Mongochi on Wednesday, where over 200 engineers are deliberating on how to achieve a quality-driven construction industry. A very good discussion.
It is.
Continue with it.
International news. I'll take one here. A headline reads, "Double whammy for Kenya's tax plans." Part of the story reads, Kenya's President William Ruto must be feeling punch drunk after suffering another blow to his plans to raise taxes for his cash-strapped, debt-burdened government. After the recent widespread anti-tax protests that saw Parliament set alight, he bowed to public pressure and withdrew his finance bill for the coming year. But then last week, the appeals court torpedoed his plans for his tax plans from last year. 3 judges unanimously ruled the 2023 legislation that had raised taxes on salaries, fuel, and mobile money transactions was fundamentally flawed and unconstitutional as it had not followed laid down procedures. Yikes.
A lot of things are emerging actually in Kenya.
Yeah.
Because I think in Togolili, what do I mean? So because it was the Gen Zs. Now
the Gen Z protests, and then now
yes.
Now as about
now also ali mbali
nayo. Raising salary, fuel, mobile money transaction, it was unconstitutional.
Yeah, but then I think what we can say is, I think it's a very good thing, despite the fact that he's facing a bad time. I think it's a very good thing. But then also we pray that some of these things, as many as the reasoning behind the judges and stuff, it's all for the benefit of the people of Kenya. Because sometimes it might be that Sigudi, it's even for the benefit of the people of that nation. But we pray that maybe kudziko kumeneku zinto muna zikhozo khazo chitakozo siyana ndiza kunoza sintili. Yes.
And you might have noticed Sigudi and how many way like Nigeria and Uganda tried. In Uganda the youth tried, but in Nigeria as we're talking kwakaso kulima protest ifoda
yes. Kenya but I think Kenya yadisunta kwabasi.
Gen Z finally coming in to say this is what we're good at.
I'm a 2000.
Oh my word.
Right.
No, but when you look at I actually thought
Gen Z is about the 2000s.
No, it's not.
Apparently, I'm Gen Z too.
Oh, yeah?
Sometimes it doesn't sit well with me. I mean the 90s, because it starts from, it is 1990, it's coming down. That's Gen Z.
Okay.
To the 2000s.
But I don't feel like a Gen Z. Anymore.
Exactly my point.
Okay.
You see, because when you look at it, you say, but if there's a gap with Kaganisilo and all that, we can't all think the same.
We can't. But the good thing about
Lucky
it is
you feel like a millennial, don't you?
I do. But the good thing about us is like we're very well informed.
Okay.
Who
is us?
As the
older Gen Z?
No, I think I can even also say that even the Gen Z, they are also very well informed.
And fast, because the information is like very fast.
Yes.
But many fails in social media.
Yes, ukatele pa TikTok everything.
Information without even searching for it.
Yeah,
so yeah, I mean it's a bittersweet situation, but it's what it is.
The World Health Organization calls for pox emergency meeting. The World Health Organization says it will convene an emergency meeting as soon as possible to decide whether to declare the increasing spread of pox virus in Africa as global emergency. So far, 10 African countries, including the Democratic Republic of Congo, South Africa, Kenya, Rwanda, and Burundi, have registered some cases. I think Nkani Yobempira, Yotokoza Mulungu. I don't know if it's going to relate to this, but I believe that it's going to relate to this. Kutokoza Mulungu vajina say it's a very good thing. Because most of the times zimatipewetsa kuzinto zina. I'm telling you, kamalawe ndigadziwa kakamono, kamalawe ndigadziwa kamene kamachulidwa kaumphawi, kamalawe ndigadziwa kamene I think a lot of people from the big nations, they don't really know about.
Some don't even know that the country
exists. Yes. And I think regardless of all that, dziko linolo ngati la Malawi ndi dziko lodalitsika. And one of the very major reasons for that, I believe it's because kwambiri anthu ochuluka mu dziko munomo timatsogoza chauta. And zinthu ngati zimenezo I think zimatipewetsa ku zinthu zosiyana-siyana, like I said. Some of these maiko, not that samatsogoza mulungu, komano what I'm saying is ngati dziko ifeyo ku Malawi kuno tizithokoza kuti most of the times zinthu zinazi zimatha kuti dutsa
kuchita kuti wendelera kwati kaleso kudutsa tikukhanga tikulamula, but they're literally in our borders.
Yes, so I think what I can say is mwina, actually not even mwina, tikungwenera kuti tipitirize. Yes, kupitiriza kuthokoza mulungu kuti pamawa pano ere tisadzanene kuti zinthu zizichita kuvuta zokha. Yes, for example, like many inalili COVID and stuff, you know, that's something that mwina sizikanatheka kuti tizipewe
because unfortunately we are in contact
yes.
with
Yes.
And that's just that.
Some of
it didn't hit us to the extent at which maiko ina
anamvera. Pamene maiko inawa, some of the things is mene zimagwira pali milili yosiyana-siyana. And I think
every day umadaba maina ino kama kuti iso
yes. And I think there's power in the national anthem. Yes. There is
it's power. A prayer, actually.
It is. That is what I'm saying. That prayer, I think, yatiteteza ndikuti pulumutsa munziphinjo ndi milili zosiyana-siyana.
Definitely. Yes. We move on to arts and culture.
Yes, please.
A headline here reads, Afana sees dares artists to invest in quality videos. Part of the story reads, hip-hop musician Afana Sees has urged fellow artists in the country to strive for quality music videos if they are to compete on the international platform. The artist said the music scenery is changing, especially with the world moving digital, hence musicians in the country need to be on tours to earn space, let alone being creative in their works. I think Afana Sees is saying this because of his recent Pakala Pakala music video, his recent song, Pakala Pakala. I mean, the quality of the video, and I'm not just talking about the the quality of the picture quality, the creativity in it. It's like, okay, do you want to go?
We can do this.
We can do this.
Yeah.
And this man wouldn't get a good mood.
creativity, having a creative mind. It takes very small things in sometimes to just, change the scenario of things. It's not just talking about, and more cause of music video, and
actually talking of Kumizimbe, there's a nyimbo ya Gwamba in Lawi. Inajambulidwira Agundakita. Yes. Yes. But it was
really nice.
Yeah.
So it's not just about Kuti My Sons or it's a gospel song, even with Chalichi, there are certain spaces whereby you can look at this place like and creativity is what actually makes good viewership. Because I am telling you, but let's say for example on YouTube, and to go look at my views and many abanga acquire to date for the very first few days many people are like hey, let's go watch this, and obviously that is what actually attracts people to watch it, to watch something. So
because of other people,
and also because of the quality of this many produce. People are like, okay, blood, sweat, and tears was put in this. Let's make it worth it.
Yeah, of course. Anyways, Tay Green Masco released Chalosi music video. Part of the story, musician Tay Green on Thursday released a music video for his new single titled Chalosi, in which he has featured Masco. When he announced the release on his Facebook page earlier this week, Nyao King said that he was responding to his fans' demand for fresh music. The wise king listens to his people, and the king is set to answer his call for new music by releasing the video for his first single of the year, It Is Time to Dance. That was the post that Taken made.
That's quite well. Okay. Speaking of dropping music, Kineo and 8fest drop EP on August 14th. Youthful duo Kineo and 8fest will release their 5-track extended playlist EP titled Lendo on August 14th, 2024. The group, famed for the song Tutu, which they collaborated with Kelke, say they're happy to put on the market an EP. I must say, these, we would say these are Gen Z.
Most definitely.
These are Gen Z. Yes. They have this thing in their music. More probably and happy they were like, and then they'll be gone. But I actually find myself enjoying, and one of the songs I'm Sanasa, Yeka. I mean, don't mind the message.
So you relate to it?
No, that's why I have actually come forward to say do not mind the message. I just like the song because I mean I know sometimes when you hear the message you're like, oh okay. It's like they're saying caring is sharing, but that's not the
caring
point.
is not sharing.
It's like they're saying sharing is caring, but you know what?
Anyways, moving on to the back page of this is the Nation, and it's just a reminder. Farm holds players transfer. The subheadline to investigate data over promises move to Wanderers. Football Association of Malawi FAM has put on hold striker Promise Commando's transfer deal from Premier Bait Data Dynamos to Mighty Mukuru Wanderers pending further investigations. This follows a complaint lodged by FCB Nyasa Bullets that they had I can't find it. They had agreed a transfer with database outfit to sign the player, including a remittance of a transfer fee of 3 million kwacha before he signed for their arch rivals. Anyways, I want to understand. I don't know, maybe you can, enlighten me.
Yeah, okay.
A question. Player wagulidwa pantengo wa 10 million. 10 million even imakhabuti kuda kuti. Kwa player, kwa timu kuti.
I think it depends on what.
Okay, for example, let's use these teams. The Silver Strikers and then there's the Dynamos. Yeah. And then player the Dynamos wagulidwa the Silver Strikers. They kuti kodi asilva amini wao. Ndaramai ibira kuti the Dynamos kapena ndaramai ibira kwa player.
I believe it goes to the Dynamos because, okay, for me, my understanding of it, maybe I might be wrong, but okay, my understanding of it, let's say, for example, player, who am sign a contract. If I'm a player and I sign a contract, I might have 3 years. Within those 3 years, mwina before the 3 years ends obviously they don't I don't think they have to come to me and say ndikufuna tikugule. They obviously have to talk to my team ndifuna tikugule. Iwo adzakhanga ndamene amapereka mtengo kuti ngati mukufuna untenga munthu amene mukuyeva ndama yakuti because that's also I understand how many mpira yakunja umayendera kunena kuti kaya Manchester City amugula wakuti wakuchoka kwa Arsenal, so the money has to go kuti angabweza City for it's like the player has imakhoti pachitika investment timu imene inali naye munthu uja in fact kuti mwina akafike potenda kuti timu yake yampanga ayigwena kuti yamasewera bwino amakhoti anthu ajapangapo invest so sakwena kuti aluze
pamene tili mu nyengo ya investment madam wawo tifurukuzira zambiri.
I could be wrong, but that's my understanding of it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That is, and I don't know if I would say that is my opinion, but that is my understanding of it.
But
let me
that
not say it's
makes
an
sense.
opinion, but that is my understanding of it. Kunena kuti chifora makha kuti munthu huyo, and mwina so akakha kuti sali pa timu, sali mtimu kaya mwina amangosewera omwe ukomena akangomuona. Obviously, a player needs to am a kind of manager.
Yes.
That's my understanding of how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Amene okhani manager ifunga ndisali ndi team amene odali ndi management imene inambwina amene anamuona for the first time akumuona kangosewa ku secondary school ayokhanga timomwe atamutenga ku secondary school ominaso anapita ku secondary school yabwino pa ticket yonena kuti amasewera bwino mpira afuna azikathandiza pa inter college chani mipira ikena koena nakamuona amene kuja nkonena kuti school talente kapirani. I think I don't think sizimatengera munthu weka kunena kuti ine mundigula pa mtengo
zotengera amene akuzungulira
chifukwa career iyi indayo yokusewera ndine, but it's not just about you. It's about kuti ufike ponena kuti anthu akuzindikira kuti iwe ndiwautwa kuti
ndi ndani amene wapanga
investment. Okay. Investment, yes, of course. Okay. On local sports still, a headline here reads, sports stakeholders strike positive tone on Team Malawi. Part of the story reads, sports stakeholders have spoken positively about Team Malawi's performance at the ongoing Olympic Games in Paris, France, despite returning home empty-handed as always. Swimmers Felipe Gomez and Tamika Changanamuno and runner Asmenye Simwaka represented Malawi at the global showpiece. After failing to progress in their respective competitions, the three left the European country and arrived at their bases yesterday. I tried. I mean, Asmenye Simwaka tried her best, but then she joined in Abuja. She got an injury, so that was that. That is what Mina Song was saying. Anyways, we're being shown we didn't have a detail. But unfortunately, time is not on our side.
I think that was a line that was supposed to come from me. Tikanapitiriza kukana kuma nthawi sikudero.
Oh my word. Yes. Okay. Are you happy now?
Yes, I am happy.
Okay, good. But please get yourself the papers for more information. Each is going at the price of 2,000 kwacha. And of course, continue following the rest of our programs right here on Luntha TV. And know that you can also follow us on our Facebook page at Luntha Television and on YouTube we are at Luntha Television. My name is Tandy Websmara, and of course I was not here alone. I was here with my colleague,
Jacqueline Saidi. Thank you very much for watching Luntha Television.
Have a lovely weekend.
And stay safe.